Happy spooky season, everyone. Welcome to Short No Life. So in today's video, we are actually doing a recreation from Robin Moses. She did this set a couple years ago, and ever since then, I kind of ran with it. I'd kind of do a version of this set every single year. And last year, I did this blue set, and I thought it would be good to recreate this into that blue set since this is a permanent design. It would be so easy to turn it into that. So Robin Moses, her original design is actually tan and white. I am going to link her video down below so you guys can see it because it is amazing. I love it. She does use acrylic paint, and she really is the person that kind of taught me how to do nail art, which is why I reference her so much, because without her, I probably wouldn't know any techniques at all. Like, she kind of inspired me a lot on my journey. But she is so talented. I just felt like I could never draw like that. So whenever she came out with a design and it was a really simple, I always kind of like grab a hold onto it. So this is really a easy and beginner friendly set. It's nothing has to be perfect, to be honest. Nothing has to be perfect. Because this is a permanent design, I am putting the gel polish inside the nails. So I said that wrong. I apologize. Because this is a gel polish set and I know myself, I might make it too thick. I decided to put the gel polish inside the nail. And so that's what I was doing, is I was taking these nails down as low as I could. And now I'm just smoothing them over. But this is also something you could definitely do on press-ons or Gel X because it's literally just gel polish. Now, I will say when you get to the end and you feel the eyeballs are textured. They will be poking up at you. So you can, if you want to, you can encapsulate this whole set. If you do like acrylic or gel or polygel, you can encapsulate the whole thing. But it is achievable on press-ons. I just want to say that. So I'm just still filing up the nails, trying to get them as end ready as possible. I don't know what that means, I'm sorry. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get them as in shape as I can. So I'm just going to wipe off all of the nails with some alcohol, remove as much dust as I can. So I do dehydrate and prime. I prime twice every single time. I have started cutting it out the second time because it just feels repetitive sometimes when you're editing. So I just want to make sure I say it. I'm always priming twice. Oh, what I didn't mention is for my permanent designs, the two blue nails, they are shaved down as close as I could. I didn't really care about meeting that initial layer. I did go down to it on my middle nail, but it really, in the end, it didn't even make a difference. So now I'm just base coating these nails, and if you could tell, I am scrubbing them. I try to scrub the nails. Most people who have companies tell you to scrub in the base coat. You want to get it into every single crack that you can. If there's any nooks and crannies, you want to get them everywhere, or get the base coat everywhere. And then I cured that, and I'm going to use Simply Pink to build just the small back portion of where my nails grew out. It was not a big bead at all, and I just floated into the rest of the nail. As you can see, you can probably tell there's no apex, so it was fine. I just did a tiny bead. And like I said, it's not building structure because I'm going to come back in and encapsulate. So this is just to give me a little bit of color back there. So I wipe the nails off because I'm good about touching my nails when I shouldn't. So yeah, I wipe them off to make sure there's no dirt and oil, and I'm using these 3 polishes, which I used in the video that created those marble nails, and I'll link it above if you want to see it. And it was the aqua blue and beneath beyond. I can't remember the dark blue color from Madam Glam. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but you guys saw it. And then I did use Beetle's White and this jelly color that I got from AliExpress. So I'm not being perfect with anything. Nothing has to be perfect with this design. That is the beauty of this design. Don't strive for perfection. Just get it on there. Because even if you think you're doing it wrong, when you get to the end result, you'll see that it's exactly what it's supposed to be. it is not perfect. So I'm just covering the entire nail for the ring and the middle, and then on the pointer and the pinky I just did a strip across, and it is not perfect. What I realized later on is like you could also do, if you have longer nails, you could do stripes at the top, like one at the top, one at the bottom, if you don't want to do the whole nail, and then have those peeking out too and looking at you like pointed other ways. But I didn't think about it because I could have tried to make mine smaller and did that, but I didn't. And I'm just showing you I wasted this jelly blue on my table. I was so upset about it. I am scooping it and putting it back in. I know about the germs. Don't worry, I will not be using this on anybody's hands. It is fine. I do need to use this because this is the only jelly color I have, and it's the only one that I like. I will just repurchase a new one later, but for right now, I'm gonna have to use this jelly. And it's not the only time I messed up. I kept dropping stuff, and I was like, okay, does this mean the nail set is going to turn out wrong? No, it means that it's going to turn out beautiful when you messed up all the time. Because you're going to see me drop this brush I have in my hand right here in a little while into all of that gel polish. But I'm taking this, I can't remember the name of this ombre brush. This is an ombre brush. And I just scooped some of the color on there, and I'm just dragging it across. Some type of way the colors kind of blended into each other more than I wanted to. But I'm going to add a little bit more white because of that. And this is when I think I dropped the brush into all of that. So you do want to make sure this layer is wet when you put the colors in. And I'm just trying to add more white. You don't want to make the bottom layer thick at all. And that's when I dropped the brush into it. I was upset, but I wanted to add more white to it than anything. That's what I'm looking for, is that color. It's because when I put the jelly color on top of it, it kind of makes it look like it glows to me, and I think that's what makes it pop more. So that's why I kept trying to add more white, if you saw that. But it all kept blending together, and I don't know why, but that's what I came up with. You also, if you're doing this on press-ons or Gel-X, make sure you're doing these marble layers thin. You don't want them too thick. If you need to get like have your glove on and kind of pull the excess off if you can, or use a cotton swab or cotton something. Yeah, try to get as much excess as you can off, because you do not want to cure this thickly because it will be uncured. I'm gonna clean that off camera. I didn't need to do that, but I'm just going over the whole thing with one coat of that blue. And like I said, I just like the effect. It makes it feel like it's glowing a little bit to me. And you can also do this with more colors. Robin Moses did hers in tan and white, which I've done that plenty of times. I loved it. Favorite thing in the world to do. I can see you doing this with green, with orange, purple. Like, this is just a fun design to do. I chose blue because I already had the permanent design and it was blue, so I just like, let me go with it. So I'm just going to fill the nails with some crystal clear from LGN Pro. I think that's what this is. And I just do a slip layer, do a bead down the middle, and I float that to the side. I don't go up to the cuticle in the first bead. And I cure that for about 30 seconds, 15 to 30. Then I do another slip layer, and then I do a cuticle bead, and I float that down and cure that. You may not see me do the slip layer on camera because, again, I cut certain footage. I know, but I want you to be aware. I cut it because the video is super long, and I don't think, I'm trying to get views. I'm still a small YouTuber, and you guys don't like when I make long videos. Not at all. So I'm trying to cut as much as I can, but I do try to make sure I tell you guys what I did, because I still want you to watch. And this was a really long one today. I apologize about that, but I did try to get rid of as much footage as I can. And with that being said, I wiped these off with some alcohol to get rid of the sticky layer. But I was trying to say, I cut the footage of me filing shaping, and I actually did catch it on camera today. I specifically did it because I knew you guys, some of you want to see it. So I cut it though. So it wouldn't be super long, but it's still super long. But this is what they are looking like. The cuticle area is messed up. I am aware. I over filed and I kind of got rid of it. So what I'm going to do is take this color and I'm going to go toward the cuticle and just feather it down. On my ring finger, I did a little bit too much. I did more than I wanted to, but on the no, I'm sorry, I did say that wrong. The middle finger, I did too much. The ring finger, I did it the way I would say do it. It's just do it at the edge. It kind of blends all together in the end because it is a jelly color. So it really didn't matter if I had covered the full nail. But I only wanted a little bit because this matte top is actually tinted blue. I contaminated with some type of blue polish, so it has this blue cast to it that I can't get rid of. So since I can't get rid of it, I use it on blue nails, obviously. But I didn't want to put this on my pointer and pinky since it was tinted blue. I felt like it would tint the nude on there, and I didn't want to tint the nude, so I just went ahead and used my LGN Pro's matte top coat. And then this is what they look like matte. And I'm trying to show you the difference. As you can see, LGN Pro is matte. The one that the cheaper one in the middle for the middle nails, they're still shiny or satiny. You have to wipe off the tacky layer. Well, it doesn't have a tacky layer, but you have to wipe off the top layer. It has like a dispersion layer a little bit, but this is what we're doing. I'm trying to make sure I show you a up close visual because my hand is in the way right here. I apologize. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. As you can see, it's a triangle, but I think you can tell that the triangle is squiggly. It is not perfect at all. And you want that. You do not want to have straight triangles. I feel like that kind of takes away from the look. But if you want to do straight triangles, go for it. But this is for people who can't draw and feel like their lines are squiggly. You can utilize that with this design. I showed my nails to somebody the other day and they actually told me they need to help me draw because my lines weren't straight. And I was sitting there looking at my design and I was like, well, that was the point. I literally was like, that was the point. So, okay, I did my job correctly. But anyway, you don't need perfectness on this design. I think you can tell a little bit on the pinky that I'm not really trying to make it perfect. And you can also, you don't have to do a triangle. You could have made that whole strip black if you wanted to. Like, it's versatility in this design. And that's why I love it. Because every year I kind of think of how I can make it better. And I feel like I really have grown with this design. And I don't even know if I mentioned that I do this design every year. Yeah, ever since I seen Robin Moses do it, I've done it because it was super simple. But I kind of feel like I improve on it every year as well. So after you get done with the black, you cure it, and then you're going to add your eyeballs in, just 2 white dots side by side. And then you're going to add your pupils in after you cure the white. So I kind of feel like I mess up the eyeballs every year, but this year they were fine. So if one of them is looking up and the other one's looking down, just wipe it off before you cure it. If you use gel, like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything can be fixed. But this stamping plate I got from AliExpress, and when I saw it, I immediately thought of this design and I wanted to use it. So just in case you didn't want to draw those eyeballs peeking out, I wanted to add this in so you can see like a different way to do it. And then once I stamp these on, I had later on, not here, I end up having to draw over them because I'm a buff them, and you'll see me buff them. So I had to go back over them with some black gel polish, and I realized this is something super easy you can actually draw. You're just drawing like a circle, a half a circle on the nail, and then eyeballs basically. It does have some like shadowing at the top that you can add, but other than that, like, this is a simple design you can actually draw. You don't need that stamp. And I hope you can see what I mean. If you want me to make like a small little 5-second video of how you could draw it, let me know. I can probably create a short. I'm not sure. I've never done that before, but that's something simple I probably could create. But I'm just adding squiggly lines on the side. I add 2 more on that nail. I don't know why I didn't show it, but I'm just adding this because you want this to look like something is trying to tear out of this blue background. The whole point is mummies. I think the ones on the middle and ring finger are supposed to be monsters, but the other nails are mummies. So monsters and mummies is going to be the title. I don't know, but I'm using Young Nails top coat because, like I said earlier, the eyeballs are 3D. You can feel the texture. So I used the Young Nails because it's a thicker top coat, and I felt like because I used it, I wouldn't be able to feel it. But yes, I can still feel it. It doesn't bother me. I don't even think about it, but I know some people don't like texture. They don't like 3D charms and stuff. So just be aware, if you don't like stuff like that, you can feel it. Even if you buff it, I think you still wouldn't do much to it. But you can also top coat this twice. I actually recommend top coating it twice because my eyeballs fell off, but I knew I wasn't going to keep these on long. So that was my bad, because I should have top coated twice, because I should have knew I was not going to have time to do my nails. But now I'm just buffing these because as much as I love this design, I just felt like it didn't look right having those black things, the black stamps on the nails without eyeballs. Like that white eyeballs, because they were on the other nails, it felt like they just popped out more. So I decided to go in and add the white eyeballs with the black pupils, which you also don't have to go with white and black. You can do green eyeballs that glow in the dark and black pupils. You can do whatever you want. Like, I just see a whole bunch of versatility to this design, and that's why I love it. And this is kind of cute matte. I didn't even notice it. So if you want to do this matte, it is so cute. So I have top coated again, and I'm just going to cuticle oil up my hands. And this is actually the first design. This is not the second one when I added the white eyeballs. I wanted you guys to see it. I think I did the white eyeballs. I feel like I'm saying eyeballs 100 times. I'm sorry. But I did the white ones the next day because I kept staring at it and I was like, I need to change it. I need to add it. So yeah, this is the first day, and this is the original design before I added them. And I think it is so cute. I really do love this. It is super, super pretty. So this is me with adding them, and this, I love it so much more. It just pops more. It's more cohesive. This is super, super cute, and you can do whichever design you want to. I was trying to give you versatility. I hope you guys understood what I was going for. But thank you guys for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I want you guys to have a happy spooky season 1, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.